just going to extend this so I can actually see the bloody whole thing at once. Right, we are going to game scene. Yay! So, game number 2 between A&D and Cats. Here on North, we have for A&D, we're going to be going Ohio, Annapolis, Colbert, Jinan, Vampire 2, Elbing, and Ragnar. And they're going to be matched up against Cats running a Petrie, Gibraltar, Napoli, Vampire 2, Elbing, Ragnar. I get the feeling I'm going to be seeing quite a lot of Elbing, actually. Quite a lot of Elbing with its recent Speed Boost edition. So let's take like some builds, I guess. Alright, starting with the red team, because I'm here. Elbing, gonna be running AFT, reload. We got Vampire 2 running, you know, Hydra mod, Smoke mod, standard stuff. We have the Gibraltar, again. I don't know, I don't like Gibraltar. I don't like Gibraltar. I suppose it's cheap enough. BFT Colbert, BFT Ragnar. We have another Elbing. This one is running a range mod Elbing. Range mod with no AFT. It's instead chose to run fill the tubes, expert marksman, and heavy AP. And RPF Elbing. Okay, that's okay. That's certainly a choice. Certainly a choice. Wait, both Elbings are running RPF? I suppose you need it on someone. It's probably not the worst option. You are giving up a smoke screen, I guess. You already have 3 charges, whatever, it's fine. Napoli going to be running RPF as well. Okay, we have all of the RPFs. We have all of the RPFs that we could ever need. We're going to really going to radio petition find these guys. Okay, this Elbing, oh sorry, this Ragnar isn't running RPF. Good, I was going to say that was going to be weird. Petrie is also not running RPF because he's not allowed to. He doesn't have it. Alright, those are the builds for that. So let's have a look at this Vampire 2 build. Again, relatively standard stuff. Not actually chosen to run the smoke mod because that can be more of a pain in the ass all the time. Ragnar running Jersey Swirsky. Was he opposing Ragnar running Jersey? I don't think he was. Annapolis running, you know, this stuff. Top Grade Gunner, Adrenaline Rush, blah, 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 blah. Ohio, relatively standard tank lead build. Slot 1 DCP mod for some reason. Jinan, going to be going RPF, Torpedo Reload, Superintendent. Get an extra heal, I guess. I don't think you need that extra heal because I don't think you could survive the first few hits. We have a range mod, Colbert, once again, and then we have the Elbing smoking it up. So let's take a look at initial deployments. Again, Vampire went for some early deep spots, did not quite find anything. Over the A-B side for the green team, we have Annapolis, Jinan, Ohio, Ragnar, and Vampire in a 5-man force. And they're going to be matched up against Vampire 2, Elbing, Ragnar. There's going to be a Gibraltar walking slowly up the middle. And then over at C, we have Colbert Elbing versus Elbing Napoli. Elbings everywhere. Elbings. Elbings. Also, thank you for the raid T-Sphere. Whee! Right, well, apparently we're leaving now. Right, okay, anyways. So, back to what we're looking at. So yeah, it looks like all eyes are going to be on this side. These Jinan torps are going to be super valuable against all these DDs. You know, those deep water torpedoes that can't hit destroyers? Yeah, those ones. Yep. Super valuable. The only thing that can potentially hit over here is the Petrie, and the Petrie's nowhere near them. There is the Gibraltar, I suppose. They don't know what that is. Gibraltar is actually spotted. They know where it is definitely now. Ohio versus Gibraltar. I know who I favour in this fight, and it's not the Ohio. So Gibraltar just got slapped through the face and then is forced to smoke up because he's actually in range of the Elbing who was spotting him. Let's go watch this fight, which is breaking out here. Ragnar getting a radar out. Vampire 2 getting the worst of it on this side. However, Ragnar, again, has joined in this fight. This Vampire is stuck deep inside radar range of this Annapolis as well. So he's just going to go down here. I think there's a funny button salvo comes out, and does he just get popped. Ragnar going to have to, like, make some evasive maneuvers now because he is beached in the worst possible place. It's like, oh, right, my teammates died, and then in death, he's, like, in my way even more. Thank you for being in my way. Looks like Petrie just slapped the soul out of a Ragnar? Huh. Huh. That is definitely a thing. Right, well, rest of the radar coming out. It's going to be ticking away. We've got another 15 seconds on it. The Ragnar is going to get out of the radar range just in time to go dark. Does not have a DCP available, actually. The Vampire 2 is not going to be in range to spot him. But this Ragnar's concealment right now is 9.5. He's just outside of where the Vampire is because he's still on fire. So he gets away. Actually, that's just... Shell's still coming in. Well then. That Ragnar had fun. And this flank is kind of won now. Actually, so what? Alright, so you've got a half health, a no health Ragnar, a half health vampire. This push can still keep going. We have the vampire smoke train, which is not something we see very often, but it's definitely a thing that can happen. Are you running, is this vampire running the smoke mod? It is not. So this smoke screen is going to go down in approximately 13 seconds, but they get a little bit more farming out on this Patrie before they do, and because the vampire outspots this Ragnar, they can even make more ground and cover. Now the Patrie does overmatch the Annapolis, so they can't be too aggressive with their pushes, but when the vampire spots the Ragnar, they can definitely pop the Ragnar, but they might have to wait for a resmoke on this. Because the Ragnar will die, and it's just a question of how much damage they can get. But it will... Actually, no, they've got the G9 for smoke. So, yeah, they're fine. They're absolutely fine. You put the Vampire at the front, you put the G9 directly behind it. Vampire gets spotted, G9 and Annapolis open up, and they just walk at it. But instead, they're turning out. They're turning out. And they're smoking here. No, they're not smoking here. I saw something else. I saw these icons. I thought it was smoke screen icons, because I'm an idiot. Alright, what's happening back over here? Looks like the Gibraltar got a little bit junked again. Yeah. Welcome to the life of Gibraltar. Elbing and Gibraltar are going to be making pushes. They're going to be met on the side by Napoli, and they're going to be catching this Colbert in a nice little crossfire angle. There goes half of the Colbert to the Napoli salvo. Gibraltar salvo going to be coming in as well, and this looks like it could be hurting. Colbert's armor scheme, not the best for dealing with, you know, Napoli's and Gibraltar's when you're in a giant crossfire. Kind of painful. Right, let's see what we've got here. Shots in towards the Napoli from the Ohio. Doesn't really get very much. This push is stalled, though. This push should have, like, they should have taken this home cap for free now. There was literally nothing stopping them. It's just this Ragnar Patrie, and as we said, G9 has a smoke screen ready. So you put the Vampire at the front, G9 and Annapolis blow the Ragnar out of the water, and they're done. Instead, they're being double capped themselves. We have Gibraltar smoking up inside the cap. Elbing also going to be taking part in it as well. Colbert is being left to die in that smoke screen. He sees the Napoli is coming, but there's not really much he can do about it, right? He can't shoot. The Napoli's too close. And the Elbing's also too close. In fact, the Elbing is currently spotted. I think he's in Hydra range of the Elbing. Of the Colbert, sorry. Elbing opens up on the broadside of the Napoli. Napoli will be turning to chase after that. Charles go out from the Colbert onto the Elbing, but again, the Colbert is flat broadside to the Gibraltar, and also the Napoli can lob him. Yeah, there was no winning move in that, but he needed to not be in that smoke screen there. Now the Elbing's getting chased down as well. Elbing did recently get this addition of a speed boost. I'm not sure if that's going to be enough to get him away, though. This push needed to go yesterday. They're finally making their right way, but... eh. Yeah. Ohio going to be taking a couple of torpedoes here. This Ohio's like kind of like on his own, being shot at by a Gibraltar and a Napoli, and there's also an Elbing and an Elbing. Like the Elbonkening is ready to begin. Did I add my Elbing emote to BTTB? I don't even know. Alright, G9's going to be smoking them into the cap right now. Vampire, again, can still go spot this Ragnar, but they needed to do that earlier. The Ragnar's had a chance to heal. They might actually lose the trade for the Vampire now, because the tree probably has an HE salvo loaded, so when this spotting happens, the tree can guarantee the trade. But the Ragnar's just slowly kiting away. You can't do too much right now. Looks like the Elbing did indeed get ran down by the opposing Elbing, and this is going to be a dead Elbing. It's going to be dead Elbing. This one's... Are you going to take... Are you turning across torps? No, you're not. Okay, you're fine. Yes. Elbing kills Elbing. Now we just have Elbing and Elbing on this flank. No more Elbing. This is the most Elbonk we're going to be seeing in a long time, honestly. I like Elbing. It's fun to play. And this format, where it's dirt cheap, especially after its recent speed boost buff, probably going to be seeing quite a lot of it in this tournament. Annapolis Radar did come up, did not in fact pick up the Ragnar. He is, currently spotted, so Patri's going to be looking for the salvo here. Let's have a look. Bow in, but again, overmatch is a thing. Yeah. Tree guns are also a thing, I suppose. French dispersion. French dispersion. G9 are going to be dropping some torps in the general direction of somewhere over there, where the G9, like, the Patree's just not going to be in range of them. Again, the Annapolis radar still not reaching that Ragnar. We're going to be re-smoked by the Vampire. This smoke is going to push towards where they think they are. They're going to be looking for some farming on the tree. This push is going to now go around and take their home cap, because this push took far too long. They can't get back up to rotate an L, but they might have, like, ticked out on points by now if they were, you know, ahead. I still hate Gibraltar. I hate this ship. Get it off my screen. Get it off my screen. Also, I've left the build zones. Sorry. But yeah, looks like Ohio's going to finally get farmed out. Nothing else much really happening right now. 2 caps are ticking, but that's still not going to be enough. They need all 3 caps at this point, and they're about to lose the Ohio as well, so, you know, red team doesn't need to do anything. They just need to slowly kite their Ragnar away and then just hold with the Elbing, Napoli, Gibraltar line. Patri's, like, you know, in Narnia. He doesn't care. He lives there now. G9 does get spotted. Does G9 get overmatched by by Gibraltar? I think G9 gets overmatched by Gibraltar. Also, you know, Napoli just shoots at it. Yes, max range G9 gunboating against an unspotted Elbing. Very effective DPM. Not like the G9 has much DPM to start with, but yeah. G9 going to be dropping some torps in the general direction of the Napoli. Maybe he wanders into them. Who knows? Napoli doesn't have a Hydra, of course. So, you know, there's potential for it. But, like, why would the Napoli ever need to push into this? The Napoli doesn't need to push into this. You can just go behind this rock. It's like, alright, G9 was spotted there. I'm going to go over there, because that's where he's going to not be torping. G9 heroically trying to open water gunboat here. Ohio did go down. So, again, it's just 3 ships here, so... At this point... G9's trying to smoke up, but... Not sure how good that's going to do you, mate. Crossfire between 2 Elbings, a Napoli, and the Gibraltars. The Gibraltar doesn't have shots, it's fine. Well, saying that, the Annapolis went down, and that's that Annapolis down for the rest of the tournament, by the way. That Annapolis is down for the rest of the tournament. What you need to be doing with that Annapolis is running it to the corner of the map. You had already lost this game, but now you can't use your Annapolis for the rest of the tournament. Like, this game was lost. It's a GG go next moment. You don't risk your flagship. Like, that Annapolis push should have happened 10 minutes earlier. With the G9 behind it. And then they could have, like, forced everything off. So you want to go Vampire up front, G9 just behind it, and the Annapolis at the back. You funny button the Vampire with the Annapolis, you then smoke up, you farm out the Patrie. They came back to, I don't know what they were trying to do. And by the point that they recommitted their Annapolis, it was already too late, the map had been lost. And then they've lost it at the end here. And just, like, they can't run it for the rest of the tournament now. It should have just been like, okay, we're losing this game, let's keep the Annapolis. Right, back to our best of 3 scene. But yeah, I'm going to do a quick little eat. Kill a bit, enjoying your Distant Voyages container. Wait, hang on, you're wargaming. You don't get... Oh, god damn it. God damn it. What? For fuck's sake. For fuck's sake. Of course. Wargaming turn up in my chat. And win my prize. I'm gonna add bin to the fucking blacklist. Let me go do that now. Save present viewers. No, not save present viewers. Update last chatted. Update last chatted. Execute code. Blacklist. Wait, no. Oh, it's because it's fucking lowercase, man. It's fucking lowercase. Why did I type it in lowercase? It's capitalized now. Save. Damn it. Right, anyway. But yes, so yes, save and compile, and then we go back to Stream Helper, we set the winner on North, that was actually Team B, and we're now at 1-1, Cats and A and D. So map 3 will be Loop, everybody's favourite, everybody loves Loop, right? Everybody loves Loop. Everybody loves Loop. It's not as bad in this format, but it is going to be a bit of a ball ache for everyone involved. I assume we'll see a Hydro DD of some description in there. Taking a look at the prices. See what the price of a Hydro DD is on here. Ship points. Boosh. So, ship points, Hydro DDs. We have Vampire 2, Z42, and Z52 all at 38 points. These are all really cheap ships. You bring literally any one of those. Sherman all the way up here with 70 points, though, is like... Yeah, I don't think you bring that one, Chief. It's basically, the American smokes are very heavily priced. Like, Gearing, Summers, and Sherman, and Humphreys are all incredibly expensive destroyers. The loss, that loss of the Annapolis, though, it's quite bad. Well, lessons learned, lessons learned. Well, there you go. 5 minutes ago, Ben put the code in Twitch chat. I hope you were there and looking. Anyway, yes. So, our next map will be Loop. Loop. According to Henning, Loop. Because he likes to say it like that. Loop. Loop. Alright, Loop. Loopity loop loop loop. Loop loop. Ganu versus No OP is also going to game 3. Some of the other games have been done. Blah 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 blah. Let me just DM Zath quickly with important, pertinent information. What's it called? I love how this training room just decides to fucking arbitrarily sort players into fucking some random order. Oh, did he leave the training room? I think he already left the training room. I think he came in, decided fuck this and left. Yeah, he did. Alright, whatever. Yeah, he's going to KSCO, boy. Huh. Right, there we go. We're going into game number 3 here on Loop. Let me see if I've got the teams the right way around. Unless it shows it in the scoreboard, I don't know. Banned Ben? Yeah, he's banned. Banned forever. Alright, so here we are. Once again, A and D are going to be on the green team. And green team for this game, running a Burgoyne, a Conde, Yodo, Moskva, Vampire 2, Elbing. They're going to be matched up by Cats, running a Petrie, Gibraltar, Marseille, Vampire 2, Elbing, Druid, and Ragnar. As we can see, losing the Annapolis has meant that they've had to switch over to the Conde. Hopefully they will not lose that, and hopefully, well, whoever wins this game doesn't lose their flagship. Because once again, if you lose your super ship, you lose it for the entire tournament, and have to replace it with one of the other ones. Let's take a look at some builds really quickly. We'll start with the green team this time, because we start with the red the last two. Elbing, Reload Mod, RPF, AFT. We have a Vampire 2 with Hydra Mod. I assume he's going to go at the cap. Yodo, the very important build. We all want to know what the Yodo man is running. He's running this. So, the expert RPF. We have Burgoyne, running relatively standard stuff, except, you know... yeah, relatively standard stuff. We have Moskva running the Leg Mod, and Demolition Expert. Not a fan of DE, not a fan of DE. I suppose you have to take a 2-point skill. I'd rather have to improve radar duration, honestly. Conde, gonna be running Outnumbered DE. And we have Elbing here, Elbing here. Apparently they have like dedicated roles on this map because they're swapping at the start instead of just like knowing how to play both flanks or whatever. We have Elbing here running AFT, RPF. Once again we see the Gibraltar. I still hate this ship. I hate this ship. We have Petrie. Marseille. My apologies. Marseille is running Outnumbered, and he's also using the Special Commander. We have Ragnar running the Special Commander BFT. Vampire 2 with the RPF. And then we have the Druid with the RPF and no BFT or AFT, but he is running Range Mod. And Superintendent. Well, it's definitely a build. Right. Taking a look at the initial deployments, over to the A cap for, well, we'll do the deployments of Cats first because it's simpler. Over to the A cap, we're going to be sending Elbing. Over to C cap, we're going to be sending Druid, Ragnar, Vampire 2, Gibraltar, Petrie, and Marseille. For the green team, A and D, we'll be sending over to the A cap, Vampire 2, Elbing, Conde, and a Moskva. Then over to C, we got Burgoyne, Elbing, Yodo. So, this Druid and Ragnar and Vampire should be able to outspot everything on this flank, force their way up, and they will have a nice little comb cap advantage. It's all about how quick they can identify nothing being here, and then rotating, and how they rotate to deny this push, or to counter push their home cap. Yay! Alright, so yep, as we see, Vampire's going into the cap. Not going to be using his Hydro just yet. Don't think he's going to be using his Hydro at all. Not sure if these torpedoes are going to catch anything. Conde going to be going all the way around. He's going to make himself, like, around here. He's not actually going to be able to catch any broadsides if he goes all the way around when this push happens. I suppose there's only one broadside to catch, and that's Gibraltar, which dies, you know, in every angle anyway. I don't even know, what's Gibraltar's bow armor? I don't think it gets overmatched. No, it doesn't. It's because Gibraltar's like 40 mil or something like that. I don't even remember. Or is it just a standard cruiser bow? I don't even know. It's a heavy cruiser. No, I think Repub sets it the bow, so it can't be any more than 32. It's got to be 30mm bow. Anyway, enough of that. Yodo and Elbing going to be dropping walls of torpedoes towards the oncoming hordes. Moskva with a little bit of a torpedo issue from the Elbing. I don't think anything's going to catch, right? Nope, nothing. Conde and Elbing going all the way around, as previously noted. Elbing's speed boost is already down. Are you running speed boost mode in your Elbing? You are. No, you're not, actually. You're not running speed boost mode. You're running, this thing. The engine and rudder end cap thing. Alright, so radar comes out from the Ragnar, finds the Elbing. Yodo opens up as well. Elbing being absolutely pummeled into oblivion by, you know, Druid, Ragnar, Vampire, Marseille. Elbing's having fun. Boy, that speed boost would really come in handy right about now. Are you running the engine mod? You're not running the speed boost mod. We don't do speed boost mod here. Elbing shooting HE at the bow on Vampire. Yodo being forced to kite somehow. I mean, I don't think he minds. That vampire took a big slap, actually. Are you burning out? Hang on, let's go have a look. DCP's down. No, you're not burning out, but you suffered. That's a lot of health lost on that vampire. That trade did not go their way, but the Yodo is being focused now. Burgoyne salvo coming in towards the Marseille. So this is not a bad rotation getting the Burgoyne back. Actually, the Burgoyne started here. Never mind, it wasn't a rotation. Alright, Moskva is starting to get the rotation going over. He's going through the middle. Conde is going to be running it down here. He's got the Vampire 2 screening for him. Elbing is probably going to float his way somewhere along this middle line as well. Yodo being forced further and further back. Still being DPM down by the, again, approaching hordes. And he's still going to be firing away at the Druid, like, keeping himself spotted this entire time. I think you just need to go dark. There's a lot of DPM coming your way. But tree salvos as well. There's a Marseille salvo. Okay, the Yodo has stopped firing. Either that or it's just got a really long reload. I can't even tell anymore. Still on fire. Doesn't have a DCP available. Big salvo coming in. Doesn't quite take him down, but he's not going to be surviving very much longer. There we go. Little love tap comes in from the Ragnar, finishing him off. Now, Burgoyne has got himself into an interesting little position, where he can shoot all the DDs, if you could see them. You can see this one right now. Farming is commencing. Stray shells might hit this vampire. They didn't. They missed the Druid too. But stray shells, like, that close to this smoke blob. Like, if the vampire gets clipped, he goes down, they have no smoke available. Ah, they have a Druid smoke, I guess. L-Wing torpedoes heading towards the Druid. Druid does not have Hydra up right now. But they don't look too threatening. Just a minor annoyance. And they still haven't managed to take B yet, despite having 3 destroyers here. They haven't been able to slot themselves in, and now the Moskva has partial radar coverage of the cap. You can still contest from here. Yeah, you'll be able to cap from here quite safely. Never mind, you're a Marseille. I thought you were a destroyer for a second. Alright, he beaches himself up against the rock. He's not actually spotted. He's outside the monster's radar range, but he is going to reverse, and he will be, like, fire detection spotted because he's still on fire, and the Burgoyne is just at the range there. Burgoyne could potentially just lock his guns. Actually, you can still see him, so he's just going to shoot now. So this should get some resets on him. Yep. No fires, though. Oh, and now we have the torpedoes from the Elbing actually are quite dangerous to the Marseille, forcing him forward. Takes one on the belt, does pocket flood, and he's not spotted anymore though, so he doesn't have to worry about the Burgoyne getting fires. Elbing getting chased down at the corner by the Druid. He's probably going to die sooner rather than later. Moscow Raider comes out, does not pick up the Marseille. Gibraltar currently trying to hold off this entire flank against, you know, all of the destroyers are in the universe. Elwing is also looking for a repush, I think, to try and go back for the home cap, going for the backstab. What the hell is this? What is this in the top right? Hang on, let me... back to the game. Elbing getting ran down by the Druid. Goes down. Understandable. Marseille did take the cap, but he is now suffering at the hands of the Conde. Conde gets a reload booster out. I don't think he has the funny button. No, he doesn't actually catch anything. But now looking at this, right, we have this side of the map. The Gibraltar is kind of left alone here, but you have to now repush into this with 5 ships, right? You have the Moskva, Conde, Burgoyne. They need to get into one of these caps. So the easiest one is probably going to be go through this Gibraltar, right? But the Gibraltar sat there in a smoke screen. Doesn't have a Hydra, does take 1 torpedo. Vampire needs to be very careful. Actually, you know, Vampire doesn't need to be careful. What the Vampire needs to do right now is run at that Gibraltar. Just run at him. I don't think he overmatches you. I think you bounce everything. Don't quote me on that. He probably overmatches you. Hang on. Destroyer bow is 19 times 16.5. Gibraltar gun. No, I don't think it does, actually. I don't think it does overmatch you. So yeah, you can just charge that. You can even go ram it if you want to. Although you've already wasted your top, so. Alright, let's have a look here. Torpedoes towards the Gibraltar. How many are going to land? It's going to be 3. Just the 2. 1, 2. Okay, cool. And now the Vampire is smoking up point blank in front of the Gibraltar. Turns out, no, the Gibraltar does not, in fact, overmatch the Vampires. The Vampire is now just getting, you know, some bullying going down on the poor little Gibraltar. And that's a dead Gibraltar. So now they can take this cap, and that should secure them the game at this point. Because I don't see a way, like, you have them surrounded, sure. Elbing's going for the backstab at this cap, but he's going to run into Beguine and Kite and Conde. The Vampire 2 and Ragnar are trying to chase after this Conde, but that's a Conde. You're not going to burn that down with 2 destroyers. Betray going through the bow of the Moskva. Cat. Ouch. Yes, we love Overmatch. That puts the Moskva at a bit risk. Even like the Marseille could potentially go around the top now. Marseille can go up here. The Ragnar might come looking for shells. Petrie just to worry about some torpedoes. No, he's all been turned away from successfully. Next Petrie salvo coming out for the Moskva anytime soon. He's only got 1 turret on him right now. He needs to get his front guns back out. Muskrat being punished by the Elbing now. Looks like Petrie didn't finish him. But Petrie has to worry about these torpedoes as well as he comes around this corner. But he's not really... Has he gone fast enough to take those? Yeah, he's not at the right angle. He might drift into one of them unless it clips the silent. Muskrat does go down. Marseille salvo gets him. As I said, actually the Marseille didn't push up that way. The Marseille came down this way. So now Conde is trying to re-push into this. Any torpedoes land there? No, no torps. No torps. Petrie charging towards the cap here. Beguine Elbing is a thing here, by the way, as well. Is this going to be the Elbing YOLO? No, because the Elbing has no speed, and the Beguine is coming around the corner, looking directly at his face. The Elbing... Well, Elbing lost all advantages he could potentially had in this 1v1 now, because now the Beguine is kiting out. Makes the torpedoes that much harder to land. Beguine salvo comes out. Any in-cap torp tubes? Yes, 1 in-cap torp tube. Elbing drops his reload, Damacon. Elbing turns for the guns. Conde died in the background, by the way, Druid. Second salvo comes out. Did not in-cap torp. Did destroy 1 tube. And then torpedoes him. Right. Okay then. So that will be Cats going 2-1 up in this series. Congratulations to the Attack Cats. They'll be moving on to the next round. Wait, where's the fuck? Alright, I need to go investigate what the hell this is. Where's the streamer's channel?